So I'm going to be reading Paolo and Francesca's story from Dante's Inferno, Canto 5, verses 73 to 142. This will be the English version. I started, poet, I would be inclined to talk to those two who go yoked together and seem to be so light upon the wind. Then he to me, you try it when those two have come much nearer. Beg them by the love which drives them on, and they will turn to you. Once they were blown towards us by the wind, I spoke. O terribly torment souls, come here and speak to us, if that's not banned. And just as doves, attracted by desires, into their nests their wings outspread and still, glide them with clear intentions through the air. So these two left the throng where Dido was, and came to us through that foul atmosphere. Such was the power of my affectionate cries. O living being, so gracious and so good, that you come visiting through pitch-black air, us who once stained this world of ours with blood. Oh, if the Lord of all were but our friend, we would appeal to him to give you peace, since you show sympathy with our sad end. And anything you wish to talk about, whatever it is, we'll talk of it with you. In these few moments, while the storm is mute, I must explain my naive city lies upon the sea-coast where the Po descends to the calm sea with all its tributaries. Love kindling quickly in the noble hearts. Seized him, he was enormous of his body, killed in a way from which I suffer yet. Love, who insists all loved ones must require. Their lovers seized me so with love's enjoyment, that as you see, love does not leave me yet. Love chose a single death for both of us. Kind now waits for him who took our lives. Such were the words of hers which came across. When I'd heard these stricken souls inclined my head, and for the long time held it down. At the length the poet asked, "What's in your mind?" Then I replied to him, "Alas, how many pleasants thought, and how much adore, they brought this wrecked pair to such pass." And then once more I turned to them to speak, and said, "Francesca, seeing how you suffer makes me weep tears of sympathy and grief. But tell me, in the time of gentle sighs, by what in what way did love permit you to recognize your dubious desires?" She said, "There is no greater recognize than calling back to mind a happy time. In misery, your teacher too knows this. But if you want to understand the root cause of our love, it seems you really want to, I'll tell you, though I weep describing it. We were reading reading one day for delectation of Lancelot and how love held him close. We were alone and quite without suspicion. At several points the reading drew our eyes together, drained the color from our cheeks, but one point only took us by surprise, when we read how the smile of the beloved was kissed by such a celebrated lover, this one, from whom never will be served, kissed me upon the mouth, trembling all over. The book's a pander, the man who wrote it, and on that day we read it no further. While the one spirit said all this to me, the other wept, and my disquietude brought on a fainted fit. I seemed to die, and fell down as the body does when dead.